Hey, this is Dwight Miller. This is again one of those interviews we're doing with the people behind the real estate. In other words, it's really about the people, not the bricks and sticks. So this guy that we're interviewing, Serge, is a web designer, has a corporate gig, and just like our customers honestly are, they're doctors, they're financial planners, they're web designers. So we deal with a bunch of people, and our goal, what you'll find with Serge, what happened was he was able to get his project done on time and on budget, and let go of having to worry about the rehab. As you know, what we do here at Quantum is we do transparency, so that our investors can see the work that's done and they've got proof of it. That's what we do. So you'll see with Serge, we were able to do a couple of things. One is we were able to get his job done. We were able to get it done on time. We were able to get him more money in the appraisal, and we were able to get him a great tenant. That's what we do for people that are web designers, lawyers, plumbers, doctors, or whatever their job is. So here's the point. If you're one of those guys that are interested in investing in real estate, or girls, let me not discriminate. If you're one of those people that are looking to invest in real estate, and you've been struggling with that, why do I have to be in the construction business? How come I can't hand it over to somebody and let them do it? Then give us a call, 215-473-1598. We'll be happy to help you so that you can get through the process and get to the end just like Serge. So enjoy the day. So today we've got a Quantum customer here. Serge, why don't you tell them who you are and tell us a little bit about your background a little bit.
Oh, well, I'm Serge. I'm the president of DP Penn. We've got into real estate investing about a year and a half ago. I'm a web developer, and I was looking to get out of my job. So that's basically that. We ended up getting 4 houses within the first couple of months, and it was a little bit too much too fast. The last house that we got, we had a number of problems with, and basically it started off with the contractor who was assigned to rehab the property, got bankrupt within, I don't know, it just fell apart within the first 6 weeks. I don't know how it happened, it did. I lost about 12 grand on it, and a few weeks later, one of them came back and he said, well, no, we're trying to, my partner took off with all the money, and we're trying to make good on all our contracts. And I said, okay, it was good faith kind of a thing, and so he kind of promised to start working on it, and he did. He actually sent a guy out there, and it took like 3 months, and all that was done was a couple of rooms got painted.
Wow.
So finally, I met Vic through his mom, who was finding me a tenant in another house that we had, and he just picked up the ball and kind of ran with it.
Okay. So how did the process go? How well did we do? Were there any problems with the Quantum Builders cats?
Nothing. There was no problem whatsoever.
2 days, it was done.
Yeah.
There were a few problems, but and I think part of the problems was that I was a little bit more hands-on than I needed to be, because Vic was on top of stuff. But one of the contractors that was working for Vic, he had some issues. He wasn't meeting deadlines. I thought he was great, frankly. I don't know what your relationship is with Vic now, but I thought he did quality work, but it really wasn't. He wasn't meeting the deadlines, and we were sitting on the house for so long. We were losing money. We needed to get it done, and Vic just he took care of it.
Shot him in the head and off he went. Huh?
Not literally, yes.
So Vic, tell us about that deal.
I canned him. I fired him. Basically, what happened was, he was doing okay work. He was doing okay work, but we had certain agreements and certain stuff was going to get done on certain days, and that's really the bottom line. When you hire somebody that's going to be your eyes and ears, it's supposed to be your project manager, it's supposed to be running things for you. I'm not supposed to be going to Serge and saying, "Hey, Serge, we got this problem with this guy." He's put me in place to handle it. Right. So I told the guy to do something. He didn't do it. I told him to. I told him to do was I told him to use a mana block system for the fetch
exactly.
for the new plumbing, and then he tried to go around it and then hide it from me. So I fired him. It wasn't when he made the decision to try to do something behind my back after we agreed to do it a certain way, and then he tried to save $200 at the expense of my reputation. It's better for me to fire him than it was for me to try to keep him. So we immediately fired him, and Serge was worried, oh man, this is going to slow down my project. And we got right back in there the next day, and we finished it.
So Serge, so it was a good experience.
It turned out to be a good experience. If I had to do it from start to finish again, I probably wouldn't do it, just because of the guys were bankrupt and we were sitting in a house for so long.
Yeah.
But no, the house is cash flowing very well. I've got great tenants. Thanks to Vic's mom, and it was great that Vic, he just, like I said, he picked up the ball and ran with it, and I really didn't have to worry. I did, but I didn't have to. and I kind of learned my lesson, so next time.
So you wouldn't worry. Right. You'd be like, okay, I know we got it covered.
Right. It's great to have, because it ended up, and I kind of realized that Vic was the only guy I had to talk to about the projects, about updates and all that kind of stuff, and any problems he would take care of. I didn't have to talk to him about that.
As a owner of an investing business, this is a pet peeve of mine, so I'm just going to ask you, how important is it to have a good team?
Oh, it's essential. I didn't want to when I started, so at least not with this house. But yeah, it's essential. And
Yeah.
Vic is really kind of it's great because Vic is kind of a jack of all trades. I think he can do more than just manage your property. I think he's got a lot of experience and knowledge to share. And
my ADD works to their advantage. People say, "Oh, Vic, what is your job? What do you do? Like, what process of the project are you doing?" And I tell them every part of the process. They think I'm exaggerating, but that's not what it is. Like when Serge had to meet with the appraiser, I was there talking to the appraiser, letting them know what happened, and as a result of that, when he talked to his banker, I helped him talk about his banker, and as a result of those things, then Serge got more rent than he was expecting to get, and he got his property appraised for like $20,000 more than he thought it was going to appraise for because of our because I know how to talk to the appraiser. I know what the appraiser looks for. Like Serge was worried about. He was literally worried about everything. He said, "Man, I said, Serge, there's a Home Depot down the street." He said, "The rocks from Home Depot won't match the rocks from Lowe's."
I remember that.
And it didn't.
but it didn't make a difference.
It didn't make a difference. I said, "Serge, the appraiser's going to be here for 10 minutes." He was worried. I mean, he was really worried. But we were there. We were there to have him to make sure that his property was done right. We were there to talk to the appraiser and tell him, "Listen, here's the mechanics that we fixed. Here's what it should appraise for, and here's why." Bang, 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 bang. So we had essentially done her job for her. So all we had to do was point out the necessary things that she needed to do. So in order to get his property ready, have it nice and cleaned up in there. All those little nuances that people don't really see, but that make a difference.
Yeah.
Having the mechanics changed, having the property clean when the appraiser gets there. And I think my mom had a few. She might have like a few staging items in there, so it looked like a home when the appraiser came in there. It wasn't fully finished, but the way the paint looked and the way she had the magazine racks and everything set up, you could easily see it looked like a home. It looked like somebody took love and took care of the house, when you came in there, and it made a difference on the tenant side and on the appraisal side.
So you got more money.
Yeah. We I remember the text message that Vic sent me on my way to Home Depot getting those rocks. So the appraiser's here, and she left, and she's very happy. So the goal was to get refied as much as possible because we're in.
Sure. Yeah. Because you were underwater.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so how did it end up? Ended up you got enough to get at least feel better about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, we got more than we ended up expecting, and the tenants have been great. I mean, it's a good place now.
So would you use Quantum again?
Absolutely. I honestly, I probably wouldn't use anybody else, to be honest with you. Yeah, because I know that I just hand it over to Vic and he'll take care of it. As a matter of fact, even with Roscoe, there were problems. Vic ended up having to eat some of the cost. There was costs that I would have otherwise incurred, but Vic's integrity showed through, and it was great.
Well, thanks so much.
No, thank you.
All right, thanks, Sue.
Thanks.